BingX, a trusted global crypto exchange. Trade spot, futures, or copy top traders easily. Sign up via the link or referral code to get 30 USDT instantly, plus up to 1,500 USDT in bonuses for verification, deposit, and trading.
It's now or never. Environment Minister Murray Watt urges swift passage of nature laws reforms. Warning parties face a critical juncture. The federal government is facing mounting pressure to pass landmark reforms to Australia's nature laws, with Environment Minister Murray Watt delivering a stark message: back the proposed legislation or risk losing a vital opportunity. This comes as former New South Wales Liberal Treasurer and now Climate Change Authority Chair Matt Kean has publicly rebuked the federal coalition for what he terms playing politics rather than acting in the national interest regarding the new nature laws. His strong words add significant weight to the political and industry push for Environment Minister Sussan Ley to reach an agreement with the Labour Party. Kean's intervention is particularly notable as he is considered one of the most prominent pro-nature liberals in the country, and his appeal to his party colleagues to soften their opposition comes ahead of Labour's introduction of a comprehensive 1,400-page bill designed to overhaul the Environment Protection and Biodiversity Conservation (EPBC) Act. This proposed legislation aims to fundamentally change how environmental matters are regulated, sparking intense debate across the political spectrum. Meanwhile, Minister Watt himself is navigating internal party dynamics, with former cabinet colleague Ed Husic raising concerns about a proposed new power that could allow the minister to approve projects that contravene nature laws if deemed to be in the national interest. This particular provision has drawn considerable attention and scrutiny. In a significant address to the National Press Club, Minister Watt is set to make the case for rapid passage of the laws, marking exactly 5 years since Graham Samuel delivered his critical review of the EPBC Act to the then Minister Sussan Ley. The context of the speech is crucial. Watt will emphasize that with the hyper-partisan atmosphere of an election campaign behind us, now is the best opportunity to pass a balanced set of laws in the spirit of the Samuel Review that are firmly in the national interest. His powerful closing statement, put simply, "It's now or never," underscores the urgency he perceives. The government's ambition is to secure the passage of this legislation before the end of the year, proposing a compressed 25-day Senate inquiry that would conclude its findings just in time for the bill to be potentially fast-tracked before Parliament rises for its annual break on November 27. However, the path forward is far from smooth. Neither the coalition nor the Greens currently support the bill in its existing form, creating a significant hurdle for Labour, which will likely need to concede to substantial amendments to prevent the reforms from collapsing. For a second time within a 12-month period, the opposition, led by Shadow Environment Minister Angie Bell, has articulated its demands, calling for several changes to the draft bill. These include adjustments to a new unacceptable impact test, which is designed to block projects that could harm the environment, and the removal of a requirement for large polluting projects to disclose their projected greenhouse gas emissions as part of the application process. Bell has voiced significant concerns, stating on Wednesday that the current draft extracts that we've seen paint a very grim picture for jobs, investment and productivity in our country. The Business Council of Australia echoes these reservations about the bill's economic implications but is reportedly lobbying Minister Ley to strike a deal with Labour, a move that would effectively marginalise the Greens' influence. Matt Kean, in his public appeal, urged the coalition to reconsider their stance, highlighting the broader implications for business certainty and the alignment of the proposed reforms with recommendations commissioned by a Liberal government. He expressed disappointment, remarking, "Given the business community is crying out for certainty and the recommendations are from a report commissioned by the Liberal Party, it's disappointing to see the Conservatives playing politics rather than acting in the national interest." While the government has signaled a willingness to address some of the Liberals' concerns in pursuit of a bipartisan agreement, a chorus of pro-environment Labour MPs is cautioning against diluting the bill's core objectives. Jerome Laxale, a Labour MP, stressed the bill's benefits, asserting, "This is a good law for the environment, for business and for the community." He added, "What I don't want to see is the law gutted in the Senate." The Greens, meanwhile, remain resolute in their opposition, deeming the bill excessively pro-business and unsustainable without stronger measures to address the climate impact of projects and to protect native forests. Minister Watt has already indicated that a climate trigger will not be included in the legislation, and the bill will not revoke a native forest logging exemption under the EPBC Act. These decisions leave Labour significantly short of meeting the Greens' demands. Other aspects of the legislation have also generated considerable alarm among environmental advocates. Notably, provisions that encourage states to enter into agreements with the Commonwealth, potentially granting them greater authority to assess and approve projects under the new national environmental standards, are a point of contention. Senior government sources indicate that the scope of powers devolved to individual states would hinge on the specific agreements negotiated with the Commonwealth. Compounding these concerns is the widely debated national interest exemption, which could empower the minister to approve projects that fall short of national environmental standards. Ed Husick's apprehension regarding the potential misuse of this power under a future coalition government was a prominent theme in Labour's closed-door caucus meeting and was publicly aired. Minister Watt, however, has maintained that this exemption would be invoked only, rarely, and specifically excluded from consideration for fossil fuel projects, aiming to allay fears about its impact on the energy sector. The ongoing negotiations and the stark warnings from Minister Watt paint a picture of a government determined to enact significant environmental reforms, but facing a complex and challenging political landscape where compromise is essential for success, and the window of opportunity is rapidly closing. The ultimate fate of these crucial nature laws hangs precariously in the balance, with the coming weeks poised to determine whether Australia embraces a new era of environmental protection or faces a significant setback. The nation watches as the debate intensifies and the clock ticks down on this critical legislative moment. The very foundations of Australia's environmental future appear to be at stake, prompting a fervent call for decisive action and a unified approach from all parties involved in shaping the nation's ecological destiny. The stakes could not be higher, as the potential ramifications for biodiversity, conservation efforts, and sustainable development loom large.